Hello, everybody. Anyone. I'm just going to make this short. Wood King Media, Police, MK Ultra Crimes. I am Christopher Wood. I am 53 years old, and I am a 6-year revenge retaliation, full physical identity theft victim. As identity theft has been done to me, full physical identity change. I am the victim of very serious injuring, torturing, brain damaging, brain splitting, very serious skull deforming, body mutilations, kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest, arrest refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups, extortion, forced confinement, homelessness, homeless threats, false charged, medical file falsifications for treatment refusals, discrimination, blacklisting. I am the end of my bloodline. My mother was stalked, tortured, her life was taken, and 2 of my dogs were killed. Guilty of first degree homicide with intent to commit. Guilty of ending the Wood bloodline by doing this. Ex-Chief or Commander, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, had me shot on the corner of Bridge and Center Street. He went by, waved at me. I waved back. Was at the corner of Highway 41, Center Street and Bridge Street intersection. He waved at me. I waved back. When I waved back, black truck pulled up beside him, pointed something, shot it, and it went into my ear. That was found out to be a cop named Barty. Staff Sergeant years 2019-2021. They're both guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted homicide with intent to commit. Staff Sergeant years 2019-2021. Kidnapping, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas. He actually told me one time he could F me, unalive me, get away with it. Money Badge Family Town Council. Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. A blonde-haired, heavy-set woman. What the fuck? Shelley Huffner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help. Spencer Mills, 14716. Christine Schultz, Robert Kane, 7224. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors. File falsifications for treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting done with criminal intent after serious lies against me. Dr. Tatiana Bakadinovic, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted homicide, torture crimes, and being involved with my identity theft and the intent to commit and cover it up. She is guilty of first-degree attempted murder. Through the file falsifications, treatment refusals for the discrimination, having me blacklisted, assuring I get no help or proof as to what I was shot with. No matter what I've been able to show, no matter what I've been able to prove, my medical rights, my legal rights, my human rights have been taken from me. My mother was stalked, tortured, and her life was taken by 2 accomplices involved. 2 of my dogs were also tortured and killed as well. This started in Napanee, and it's how too convenient it's ending right here. Bill Waldridge has many alias names. Bill Waldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Maven, which is a name of an escapee, and Robert Cross are some of his alias names. Bald glasses, approximately 65 to 70 years old. Thinks he and I were switched at birth, believes that he is my dad, was calling my mother mom when he was stalking her and torturing her. with a guy named Blair Hardy Kane or Blair Kane Hardy. Used to drive a Mercedes. He's a meth trafficker guilty of raping a woman in Napanee, Ontario, at 45 Dundas Street East, Apartment 3, who is now deceased. Attempts at welfare fraud at my address. No association with him. When I found out, I reported it, obviously. He is highly obsessed, homosexual, and a possible serial life taker. Very seriously dangerous. None of these people can be arrested or touched without $22,000. Why do you think they got away with what they got away with? I don't have that kind of money, and I have lots of proof of me going to the police and trying to get arresting and charging. The one known as Bill Wooldridge, he was also stalking children as well when he was for XOPP chief or commander for slavery trafficking at Tim Hortons daily. Each and every one of their accomplices are registered sex offenders, drug traffickers, drug addicts, junkies, fall down low life junkies in every sense of the word. Bert Hustler, he used to date my wife after we separated. He is very jealous of my long hair I used to have. He is a schizophrenic. He is a crackhead, a meth head, and a pillhead. He is in a permanent psychosis. Thinks that I am Maggie. Thinks that he used to play hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is guilty of torture crimes against me, provably an attempted homicide with intent to commit, with Jason Van Alstyne, who is a crackhead and a fentanyl dealer between Napanee and Kingston. Tyler T. Bag Lake, who is the boyfriend lover to OPP drug cop Robert Kane. Oh, shit. Raymond LeBlanc, he is a child groomer. He and Tyler Lake are both guilty of torturing and taking my dog's life March 23rd, 2025. Or March 24th, 2023, sorry. Harry Hartwick is my cousin. He is involved. His nephew Dale Hartwick is involved. And he even personally told me this himself before he realized what he had said. And Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns is also involved. Each and every one of them are guilty of torture crimes against me. And I'm not just naming names, their guilt is 100% provable. And there is also another who is guilty of first-degree attempted homicide, identity theft, with the intent to commit disability and identity fraud. Congratulations on what you've all accomplished against me, keeping me medically blacklisted, the lies, the time buying, the cover-ups. When people disappear, families are murdered and missing. I have been through 100% proven brain injury, which I could internally prove if I could actually go to a hospital, but that's probably too late because damage is done. I have absolutely no feeling on the right side of my fucking head anymore, or my face, from having so much trauma and going so much through so much provable changes and so much provable skull deforming and not being able to do anything about it. Me going to the police and trying to get arresting and charging, OIPRD doing everything possible. Justice of the peace is involved, threats, accusations, intimidations, obstructions. All my rights have been taken so that when they commit their homicides, their torture crimes, obviously full physical identity thefts, and ending bloodlines for revenge retaliation, their lies, their time buying in hopes of deniability to avoid arrest, charging, and lawsuits, trying to turn this around on me, saying about suicidal self harm are not true in any way, shape, or form. I am wood, I am life tree. That's there's no death in me. 100% bullshit lie. That was done at KGH and whoever it came from, because I had long hair and I have tattoos. It was automatically believed, and those calls came in to prevent me helping proof as to what I was shot with, and so I would not be taken serious as to why I was there, by whom, how, and why. The second time it happened, KGH as well. This the second time about drugs I do not do. But once again, because whoever the call come from and my long hair at the time and my tattoos, it was automatically believed. So once again, I was not taken serious about why I was there and to get the help and proof as to what I was shot with. Being treated like a piece of shit at Lennox and Addington Hospital, having to get rushed to the hospital by ambulance, not being treated like a piece of shit, being name called, belittled, being put in rooms, and then when I was getting up and walking out, they were trying to make it look like I was there causing problems and refusing their treatment. And that's not the case in any way, shape, or form. I was not going to be treated like a piece of shit, name called, delusional, hallucinating, retard, and a whole lot more other stuff, and actually take it. So, yes, I was getting up and walking out, but it's not because I was refusing anything. It was because I was being treated like shit or just wasn't being treated at all. And I can prove it. Conveniently, after I was shot, I had a CAT scan appointment November 19th, 2019, and Stacy Kingston, AMHS worker, blonde haired, heavy-set woman, showed up, casting her bullshit lies against me, and then boom, I was medically blacklisted. Come to find out, her and Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, aka Margie V, are girlfriend, and she is the one that falsified my medical file after my CAT scan appointment. Gave me fake ones, refused me mine, and gave mine away to Stacy Kingston, AMHS, and Spencer Mills, OPP 14716, are in possession of my original ones, having me medically blacklisted, having me falsely charged, trying to do everything to turn this into a psychological thing, and it has absolutely nothing to do with that. While keeping me from help, trying to doing everything to possibly get away with this. No matter what I've been able to show, no matter what I've been able to prove. Families are murdered and missing. When people disappear, it's police crimes. It's their junky low lives that they obstruct for, intimidate for, make homeless for, false arrest and charge for, because they're doing it with and for them as well. They're very seriously fucking dangerous. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? I only spoke your human trafficking, homeless exploitation for monetary gain and money laundering, and as a result, I became a victim of this, going through it for 6 years after I was shot, including my mother being killed. Going to the police, trying to get arresting and charging, and no luck. So damage is done, time bought, whether this is seen or not, whether it's blocked out by Pegasus because it's being used, everything's being done to prevent this from getting out, obviously, because it involves ending bloodlines for disability fraud, identity thefts, and framings, using inmate sex offenders and dangerous offenders, and a lot of other low life pieces of shit garbage, and then putting your victims through this to look like them, to take falls for them, mistaken identities conveniently, or whatever the case may be. How fucking dare you? How many others have you done this to and gotten away with it? Congratulations, Hartwigs. Congratulations, Hearns. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, uh, LeBlanc. Congratulations, Bert Hustler, Tyler Legg, Van Alstyne, Robert Barry, and the rest of you fucks for OPP and the other police. I hope you're happy with what you've done. Just don't throw my body in a ditch. I have absolutely no feeling in my head from being seriously deformed and damaged. And I also have tubes in my head as well now with holes in the back of my skull. And it feels like I have synthetic skin over my fucking head. So, what exactly did you put into me, shoot into me to start doing this to keep me so with so much from help, taking all my rights, taking my identity, taking my bloodline, taking my mother's life, taking my dog's life, to eventually take mine? What the fuck? This is no joke. All through fucking junkies doing this to me. And luckily, I don't have the $22,000 to get anybody arrested. This is October 11th, 2025, and the time right now is actually 11:40. Once again, I know this probably is not going to be seen because of all the people in help being blocking this out and being actually shadow broadcasted in the background. And I know that's happening for a fact through a phone. Which is to block out a lot of my videos because it involves very serious crimes, lobotomizing victims. I've basically been a walking experiment. It's organized, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. Once again, families are murdered and missing regardless of who it is. When people disappear, I have proof of 100% proof of the identity changes I've been forced through. And if it happened to me, how many others and gotten away with and covered up? Check out my other videos. This has to end one way or another.